Stop everything and listen. You only have 30 seconds. What you're about to hear brooks no distractions. You left God speechless. Your attitude impressed God. Don't ignore this moment because you achieved the impossible. Don't close the video now. What you started must be finished. Don't get distracted for a second and listen. It was such an impact that the Archangel Michael, commander of the heavenly armies, halted his march. Something compelled him to absolute silence because of what I discovered about you. Don't close the video. Listen with your spirit, because what's coming completely changes your destiny. Stay and listen. It was a real, profound movement on your part, a spiritual earthquake that shook dimensions your eyes cannot see. This changes everything right now. Miguel, he focuses attention specifically on you. What you did wasn't what was expected. Someone who carries your burden, someone who has been through your battles, had every logical reason to give up or react with hatred. But you didn't. You broke the pattern. You surprised heaven because you didn't respond as the world expected. Listen carefully and don't move. I'm going to reveal to you the exact moment the skies stop to watch you. This will permanently change your understanding of every silent battle you've won, without anyone giving you credit. Stay with me. Stay until the very last second, because I'm going to show you the exact attitude you need to maintain for what's coming. Don't ignore this message. The true reason for your process is about to be revealed. Listen carefully and don't move. You have demonstrated something that has caught divine attention. Archangel Michael doesn't take on cases randomly. He intervenes specifically to review yours. This defines everything that will happen in your life from this moment forward. If you felt like you've crossed an invisible line, that you're no longer the same person you were before, write 777 in the comments right now. Do it to seal this shift in frequency. I'll explain the reality to you without embellishment. In the celestial realms, billions of souls are observed. Human behavior is predictable. Pain equals bitterness. Betrayal equals revenge. Injustice equals anger. It's been the norm for millennia. But you broke the pattern. You manifested something so contrary to human nature that it generated a celestial wonder. It happened recently, during one of your most brutal experiences. It was an event specifically designed to break you, when the weight was physically impossible to bear. Don't go. Stay here, because what's coming is big. And I need you to understand why you didn't break when everything was set up to destroy you. Anyone around you would have agreed with you. If you had given up, no one would have blamed you for responding with the same darkness that was thrown at you. But you did something different. Listen to this carefully. I'm not talking about surviving. Many people survive out of sheer stubbornness or because they have no other choice. Heaven doesn't care about that. What you did was extraordinary. You faced a situation where you had every right to be bitter. You had every justification for clinging to anger and letting resentment eat you up inside. The harm done to you was real. It wasn't imagined offense. It was physical and emotional pain caused by real people and situations. In that microsecond, when your human nature screamed at you to strike back with the same destructive energy, when your brain was calculating revenge or a cold retreat, something deeper took over. You made a different choice. You chose grace when you had the legal right to choose hatred. Don't close the video now. Stay with me until the end, because this decision you made is the reason Archangel Michael has taken your case personally. There's a reason you're still standing, and I'm going to reveal it to you. Do you remember? There was a conversation where you had the perfect weapon to say something devastating, but you chose silence. You had the opportunity to expose others' flaws and destroy them, but you decided to protect them. You could have left without anyone blaming you, but you stayed and kept trying. That precise moment, when you chose something contrary to what pain demanded, was when the skies stood still. What you demonstrated reveals the composition of your soul. It sets you apart from the vast majority. You have shown that your reactions do not depend on circumstances, nor does your character depend on how others treat you. What you are remains constant, regardless of the external chaos. Listen carefully and don't move. This is extraordinarily rare. Most humans are reactive beings, mere mirrors of their environment. If they are treated well, they respond well. If they are treated badly, they return badness. Their character fluctuates according to the climate of their life. But not you. You have shown that your character is internal, solid, and real. Wait, don't move, and don't skip the video. What comes next is the revelation of why this inner strength has triggered a legal response in the court of heaven. Everything will be explained in the next few minutes. You are grounded. No circumstance, however painful, has the power to turn you into someone you don't want to be. This is exactly what caught divine attention. Understand how celestial observation works on chosen ones like you. It's not human time, it's continuous surveillance. Your guardian angel has been documenting your every response, recording your inner struggles and outward decisions. It's standard protocol for those under protection. But when you made that decision, when you chose grace over the anger you had a right to feel, your angel did something unusual. He flagged your case for a higher review. Listen to this carefully. This doesn't happen to just anyone. It's not standard procedure. Don't go. Stay with me because this is a game changer for you. If you feel your protection has increased, write under his command in the comments. Do it now as we continue. Because every part matters, and what's coming is a direct intervention of Archangel Michael in your destiny. Listen carefully. Guardian angels resolve almost everything under their own authority. They rarely escalate a case unless they observe something out of the ordinary. Yours was sent directly to the Archangel's level. When the report reached Archangel Michael, he was busy. He was directing battles in unseen dimensions, strategic operations that shift the spiritual climate of entire nations. But he stopped. What he read in your file immediately caught his attention. The note said, "The soul demonstrated forgiveness at the enemy level while under active attack." Forgiveness at the enemy level. Remember that phrase. In spiritual warfare, there are classifications for human responses to pain. Almost everyone falls into predictable revenge, bitterness, or depression. It's what the system expects of you. Don't skip the video. Stay tuned because you're about to understand why the General of Heaven set aside cosmic matters to focus on you. If you're ready to receive this divine justice, comment justice for my case. Don't move. What's coming reveals Michael's exact plan for your current situation. These behaviors are common. The system ignores them because they follow established patterns. But there is a higher category, the transcendent response. This occurs when a human responds to evil with good, when they choose blessing while actively being hurt. This type of response is so rare that it triggers an automatic alarm. It indicates that your soul is operating at a frequency that transcends normal human capacity. You raise that flag. Archangel Michael reviewed your entire history. Every blow you received, every response you gave, and every inner battle you silently won. What he discovered led him to something extraordinary. He requested a private audience to discuss your case. Understand the magnitude of this. Michael commands armies and has responsibilities that span entire dimensions. For him to demand specific time to address the case of a single human soul means that what you have demonstrated is a milestone in the spiritual record. Don't go. Every part matters. Stay with me because this isn't random. You need to know what was decided in that hearing about your immediate future. If you believe in the power of this intervention, comment divine hearing. Listen carefully to what follows, because this is where everything becomes clear. What was discussed at that level will change how you manage your life from this point forward. There's no going back. For those chosen ones who need to operate under this level of celestial attention, I've left exclusive material in the description and in the first pinned comment. Access it if you seek true depth. This is what was said about you in high places. Miguel presented your case to the Divine Council. He didn't present you as a problem to be solved, nor as a victim in need of help. He presented you as an example of something extraordinary happening in the human world. He recreated the exact moment you chose grace over revenge. He showed the brutal inner struggle you experienced. He demonstrated to everyone how your humanity, despite being under fire, remained steadfast on a higher frequency. Don't miss what's next. Stay until the very last second because I'm going to reveal the direct order that Michael gave to protect your path right now. If you recognize that this is for you, comment, "I am the example." Listen calmly. Allow this message to sink in. Your human nature pulled you in one direction, but your essence chose another. And then the Archangel revealed your full story. That moment of grace wasn't an accident. It's part of a pattern. Your habit of choosing the difficult path instead of the easy way out. You maintained your integrity when no one was watching. You extended kindness to people who didn't deserve it and who will never thank you. This pattern revealed something that made even the most experienced celestial beings stop and observe. Listen carefully to this. You've been acting like one of the chosen ones without even knowing it. That's what shocked them. It wasn't a one-time heroic act. It's been your consistent choice for greatness, without recognition, without rewards, and without any guarantee that your decisions mattered. You did the right thing simply because it was the right thing to do. You did it time and time again, in big things and small things, when it was easy and when it was a struggle. This consistency is what has sealed your destiny today. Don't move and don't skip the video. What's coming is a legal reward for that consistency no one saw, but that heaven recorded. If you maintain your integrity to the fire, comment divine consistency. Stay until the end. Every second counts in understanding your new position of power. Integrity is the wall that separates ordinary souls from those destined for an extraordinary purpose. At that moment, God spoke. It was not an audible voice, but a divine impression that was communicated with absolute clarity to all those present at the council. Receive this with care. These are not my words. It is a decree upon your soul. He said that your existence reminds him why he created humans. Stop and grasp the magnitude. The creator of the galaxies, the intelligence that designed every atom in the universe, observed your pattern of choices and your grace under fire. He declared, "This being demonstrates why I created humanity." Listen carefully. You demonstrated something that not even angels can demonstrate. Angels operate in the physical presence of divine glory. Their obedience is logical because they see reality firsthand. But you don't. Humans operate behind a veil. You cannot see God directly. You cannot perceive him with your physical senses amidst the chaos. And yet, you chose to be faithful to him. That blind loyalty is what has provoked this response from the heavens. Don't go. Stay until the end, because what comes next is the legal consequence of having passed a test that not even angels face. If you accept this purpose, write, "I am his reflection" in the comments. Don't skip what follows. Everything will be explained now. You operate in the spiritual realm without the support of your physical senses. You have to choose faith without having proof in hand. You have to choose integrity without receiving an immediate reward. You have to choose grace without the certainty that it really matters. And you did. You chose, well, despite being blind to the unseen. You held on to the faith, even though you were deaf to the divine voice. You acted with love, even when you felt no direct confirmation that love was the right answer in that moment of pain. This is what the angels find fascinating about chosen humans. This is precisely why Archangel Michael stopped everything to study your case. This is why God himself paused to observe you. You have operated at a level of loyalty that doesn't require seeing to believe, and that grants you a legal authority few possess. Listen carefully and don't scroll. Don't ignore this message, because we're reaching the point where the shift in your current situation is revealed. If you recognize that you walk by faith through darkness, comment "faith unveiled." Stay until the very last second. Every word here is necessary for your next step. You demonstrated the one quality that makes human souls superior in all of creation, the ability to choose light while surrounded by total darkness. You chose faith while drowning in doubt, and love while pain consumed you. I have to tell you something. Not even Archangel Michael expected this from you at this point. When he received your file months ago, his assessment was standard. He saw your gifts and recognized your calling, but his projections for your development followed normal timelines. He expected you to reach this level of maturity much later, after easier victories and tangible confirmations that would make it easier for you to have faith. Miguel didn't expect you to demonstrate such advanced spiritual warfare skills in the midst of your most difficult season. Understand this. That moment when you chose grace over wrath wasn't just a good moral decision. It was a devastating strategic blow against the forces operating against you. Don't go. Stay here and listen carefully. I'm going to explain the mechanics behind this blow and why your spiritual enemies are now in retreat. If you feel this message is a direct answer to your struggle, comment "strategic victory." Don't move. What's coming will clarify the true reason for your process. When darkness attacks you, it has only one goal: to corrupt your frequency. They want to force you to operate at their level. The moment you respond to evil with evil or hatred with hatred, you abandon divine protection. By doing so, you step on the ground where they have legal authority over you. Every attack you endured was meant to embitter you and force you to react from a place of darkness. They wanted you to give them the legal right to claim influence over your life. But they failed. By choosing grace and responding with love, you execute a strategically devastating move. You use their own energy against them. In spiritual physics, negative energy thrown at someone who responds with light doesn't dissipate. It returns to its source in an amplified form. What they sent to destroy you became their own destruction. The blow was returned to them. You did this without realizing it, and Miguel watched the process in awe. What you demonstrated wasn't a learned technique. It was the true nature of your soul manifesting under pressure. Don't close the video now. Stay with me until the end, because we're about to enter the phase of divine counteroffensive. If you felt the weight of justice being returned to those who wronged you, comment, "Return justice." Listen carefully and don't scroll, because what follows reveals your new position of power. It wasn't a learned technique or a rehearsed response. What you did stemmed from your essential nature. You are inherently kind and fundamentally loving, even when the world screams at you to be a monster to survive. That's what Miguel didn't expect. He knew you had the potential, but not that you would reach this level of operation so soon, under such brutal conditions and with so little support. You have shattered all the projections of your spiritual development timeline. You are ahead of schedule. Now look at the evidence, because you have already experienced the results of this celestial recognition, even if you didn't understand the cause. Analyze the past few weeks. Think about the people who tried to harm you, those who spoke behind your back, those who actively worked against your interests and spread their poison. Their attacks have failed spectacularly. Look closely at what has happened to them. Problems that appear out of nowhere in their own paths. Obstacles they didn't have before. What they sent against you hit a wall and returned to its source. Wait, don't move, and don't skip the video. Don't miss what comes next, because I'm going to reveal how this failure of your enemies is just the first sign of your newfound authority. If you've seen your adversary stumble on their own, comment divine evidence. Stay until the very last second. The final revelation is near. Their lives began to unravel out of nowhere. Situations they had completely under control spiraled out of control. Things that used to work for them now mysteriously fail. Listen carefully. This is not a coincidence. This isn't the ordinary karma everyone knows. This is your new spiritual state operating in real time. When God decides a soul is worthy of his presence, the protection surrounding it intensifies dramatically. From now on, attacks against you not only fail, they backfire. What they launch to harm you becomes their own worst enemy. If you've been wondering why your enemies are facing sudden crises, now you have the answer. The second piece of evidence is your unusual peace. Logically, you should be overwhelmed. The weight of what you face would have crushed anyone else's spirit. Where others would have drowned in anxiety, you have found calm. It's not that your problems have disappeared. It's that you have stability while everything around you trembles. Don't go. Stay with me until the end. This calm isn't yours. It's the result of the Praetorian Guard that Archangel Michael has placed over your mind. If you feel that peace that no one can explain, comment calm in the chaos. Don't skip what follows, because I'm going to reveal the final order given for your ultimate victory. That peace isn't natural. It's a direct transfer. It's the result of the elevated heavenly attention you now have. When heaven focuses its attention on a soul, it bestows upon it a supernatural stability that defies all logic. You felt it and wondered where it came from. Now you have the answer. The third piece of evidence is clarity. Your decision-making ability has leveled up. What once confused you is now obvious. You are beginning to know things that you have no logical way of knowing. Don't expect dramatic visions or strange voices. These are direct downloads of information to your spirit. They are silent impressions and intuitive insights that turn out to be accurate. Your connection to divine wisdom has been enhanced to a higher frequency. And here's the fourth piece of evidence. The wrong people are being removed from your life. Relationships that only drained you or depleted your energy are disappearing. The heavens are clearing your environment for what's to come. Don't miss what's next. Stay until the very last second, because this cleansing is mandatory for your advancement. If you've noticed toxic people leaving on their own, comment "clean environment." Listen carefully. Don't move, because Archangel Michael's final command regarding your destiny is about to be carried out. The obstacles are gone. The people who were blocking your progress have moved out of your way on their own. You didn't have to lift a finger to make this happen. They simply left. The door slammed shut. Listen, this is a divine reorganization. Your newfound power requires a new environment. Everything incompatible with your next level is being systematically removed by the heavens. Don't try to cling to what's leaving. If the heavens are removing it, it's because they're clearing the way for something greater. Don't make the mistake of looking back. The fifth piece of evidence is that feeling you get in your chest. Something big is coming. It's an inner anticipation you can't explain logically. The certainty that you're on the verge of a massive change. It's not just a hunch. Don't skip the video. Stay present and breathe, because what's coming next is a revelation of that change you already feel in your bones. If you feel you're about to enter your best season, comment "change imminent." Don't move. What follows clarifies the final plan for your victory. This is not illusion. It is prophetic awareness. Your spirit has already detected what your mind has not yet processed. Something massive is coming your way, and it is directly connected to the recognition that heaven has given to your identity. Listen carefully. When God declared that your soul reminded him of the purpose of creation, he activated a specific legal protocol in the celestial administration. It's called accelerated fulfillment. Under normal circumstances, a chosen one must wait years for preparation and gradual advancement before receiving a substantial blessing. It is a slow and tedious, step-by-step process. But accelerated fulfillment breaks those rules. Heaven has decided that you have already proven yourself enough to bypass the standard timelines. The quality of your character has eliminated the need for lengthy testing periods. What you have already quietly overcome counts as years of intensive training. Don't close the video now. Stay until the very last second, because I'm going to reveal which areas of your life will experience this immediate leap in speed. If you're ready to stop waiting and start seeing results, comment "accelerated fulfillment." Don't go anywhere. What's coming next is the real reason for your victory. What you've demonstrated qualifies you now. Not tomorrow, not in years. What would take others a decade to receive is being delivered to you immediately. Listen to the reality of what this means. The blessings destined for your future are being delivered right now. Opportunities that were planned for your next few seasons are being released today. Doors that legally shouldn't have opened yet have been unlocked by higher orders ahead of schedule. You're already seeing it. Breakthroughs are appearing where before there was only silence. The stagnation in those critical areas of your life is over. This acceleration is just the beginning, and it's going to intensify. But there's more. Your opposition isn't just being blocked. It's being systematically neutralized. Heaven isn't just barring their path. It's dismantling their ability to attack you. Don't leave. Stay until the end, because every part matters in understanding the level of authority you've just acquired. If you feel your waiting time is over, say, "My time is now." Don't move. What's coming is Archangel Michael's final revelation about your new position of command. Your enemies are not being temporarily slowed. They are being permanently eliminated. Their attacks have been forbidden by divine decree. The common resistance that slows other chosen ones has been swept from your path. You now enter a season of unusual favor. And this is not because of your efforts, but because your character qualifies you for protection at the highest level. Understand the responsibility this entails. Heaven doesn't invest this level of attention in a soul just for its own personal gain. You're not being lifted up just to make yourself feel good. You're being positioned for a massive impact. The grace you demonstrated under fire must flow through you to others. In the coming days, you will encounter people facing the very same challenges you overcame. They will be at a crossroads, choosing between bitterness and grace. You have been placed there to show them that it is possible. Your example is proof that choosing the light under enemy attack is an attainable victory. Don't leave. Stay until the very last second, because what's coming is a final instruction to ensure this power doesn't stop. If you accept being a channel for this divine authority, comment, position to impact. Don't move. Everything is revealed in the next part. Forget sermons and empty preaching. You won't convince anyone with words, but with a natural overflow of who you are. Your mere presence now emits a frequency that activates the potential in others. Your story will awaken those who are ready to emerge from the darkness. Your transformation is the physical evidence for those who doubt. That's why heaven paused everything to focus on your case. It's not just to give you blessings, which you will receive, but because your rise is lifting up everyone in your sphere of influence. You have become the bearer of the very quality that impressed God. That attitude that surprised Archangel Michael is now encoded in your spiritual DNA. It's no longer something you try to do. It's part of your identity. You are living proof that greatness can be sustained while everything else crumbles. Don't close the video. Stay until the end, because we're about to close the circle of this revelation and activate your new authority. If you accept that your life is evidence of divine power, comment DNA of victory. Listen carefully. What's coming is the final seal on your destiny. Your new identity will be replicated in anyone privileged enough to come near you. Listen to what Miguel recorded in his final evaluation. Every soul that reaches this level of review receives a rating, a mark that defines their spiritual identity for the rest of their journey. Your rank has been recorded as Proven Warrior of Light. Understand the terms. Proven means you're no longer just a promise or potential. Many chosen ones have potential, but they fail under pressure. You proved yourself in real combat conditions. Your rank isn't based on what you could do, but on what you've already done. Warrior means you are not a passive observer. You don't just hear the truth, you embody it. You don't just believe in the light. You are actively advancing against the darkness. Light specifies your operating frequency. There are warriors who fight from hatred. You fight from a higher frequency that the darkness cannot comprehend or resist. Don't move. We're nearing the end of this report, and your rank activation is imminent. If you accept your rank of Warrior of Light, comment rank confirmed. Stay until the very last second. The final deployment order for your life is about to be issued. Some fight from anger. It's effective but limited. Others fight from a sense of duty. It's sustainable but lacks real power. You fight from the light. This means fighting from love, grace, and genuine kindness. It's the highest frequency that exists in spiritual warfare. You didn't become darkness to overcome darkness. You became more intensely light. That's why your response is devastating to the enemy and awe-inspiring to heaven. From this moment forward, this is how you are known in the celestial records. This is the lens through which the angels view your case, and it radically changes how you will be treated from now on. As a proven warrior of light, you have absolute priority in resource allocation. Your prayers have moved to the front of the line. Your needs are being met before any standard processing. This isn't because you're better than other souls. It's because you've demonstrated your ability to handle high-level responsibility. Heaven invests where there are proven results. Don't leave. We're about to conclude, and the final instruction for claiming these resources is about to be revealed. If you understand that your priority in heaven has changed, comment Heavenly Priority. Stay until the end. The closing of this decree is the most important thing you'll hear today. Heaven invests its most valuable assets in those who prove trustworthy with what they've already received. If you're ready to consciously operate in this warrior identity, I prepared high-impact material that costs less than a pizza. It includes a complete audiobook and a 5-minute meditation guide as an activation tool. If you feel you deserve these resources to master this new chapter, access is in the description and the pinned comment. Now, listen to the final part of this revelation, the message recorded specifically for you. When your case discussion concluded and your classification was recorded, the accelerated compliance protocols were activated. But there was something more. A personal note from the Divine Council was added to your file. This is not standard procedure. Not all souls receive this kind of recognition. It is reserved exclusively for cases that have exceeded the expectations of the spiritual system. This note contains a direct order for your immediate victory and the definitive end of your trial period. Don't stop watching. We're at the very end. Stay until the last second because I'm going to read you the message that defines your new reality. If you know this message is for you, comment my divine message. Stay tuned. The final unfolding begins now. This note is reserved for cases that have impacted celestial observers, cases that serve as examples for future generations. Your name has received that recognition. Listen carefully to what it says, because this decree is specifically intended for you, the chosen one who receives this message right now. The note reads, "Your response of pain has been recorded as legal evidence that human souls can operate at frequencies we did not expect to see in physical form. You have reminded us that humanity's limitations are not a design flaw, but the result of mediocre decisions others make under pressure. You chose differently. In doing so, you have expanded the boundaries of what is possible for your species. Your record has been marked with a special note of distinction. This is not because you need correction, but because your progress has become the ultimate case study of how a chosen one can wield their power on Earth. Don't move. We're one step away from final activation. You've proven that human design is capable of absolute greatness, even in hell. If you accept this distinction and the weight of your newfound authority, comment evidence of greatness. Stay until the very last second. The final word is about to be delivered. You have demonstrated how to maximize human potential even under the most adverse conditions. Therefore, you are being assigned tasks that match your proven abilities. Do not see this as a burden. It is a privilege. You have shown that you can handle fire with grace. And for this reason, you will be entrusted with situations where that grace is the only solution. That attitude that impressed us will continue to be tested. Not because we doubt you, but because each victory reinforces your ability and serves as irrefutable evidence for others. You have made heaven proud. This is not empty praise. It is a documented technical evaluation in your record. Move forward with this in mind. Your case has been noticed at the highest level of the hierarchy. Everything that comes your way now has been filtered through the recognition of who you are. It is no coincidence that this video found you at this precise moment in your journey. You were destined to receive confirmation that your decisions under pressure carried lasting weight. You received evidence that the heavens were not only watching you, but had your back. Do not move yet. We are at the close of this decree. If you accept your new assignment in high-level protection, comment proud heavens. Stay until the very last second. The final deployment instruction is coming now. You needed to know that everything you've endured has a constructive purpose. Now you know your attitude impressed God. Archangel Michael didn't expect this level of performance from you. The Heavenly Council recorded your victory, and your entire future has been recalibrated based on what you demonstrated. You didn't know this was happening when you made those choices. You didn't know heaven was watching you when you chose grace over bitterness. You didn't know your response would trigger this level of attention, and that's precisely what makes it so powerful. You weren't performing for an audience. You weren't trying to impress anyone. You were simply being who you are, and who you are impressed the Creator of all. If this revelation resonated deep within your soul, and you confirm that you are one of the chosen ones whose attitude has captured divine attention, write 777 in the comments. Do this to amplify this frequency of celestial recognition right now. Subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications. Don't let the noise of the world disconnect you from how heaven is orchestrating your advancement. Share this video with someone who needs to know that their private victories are being recorded and will be rewarded. Activate the angelic assignments that are already being implemented on your behalf. Together we are stronger.